America just built a nuclear missile so powerful that a single Sentinel can literally wipe a small country off the map. With 10 thermonuclear warheads, Mach 20 speed, and a 13,000-kilometer range, this weapon represents the ultimate expression of military technology. But here's the shocking reality. This $140 billion project is one of the most painful disasters in American military history. The costs have exploded by $63 billion. Test flights are delayed by 3 years, and the entire program might be obsolete before it's even deployed. Today, I'm breaking down the most powerful weapon ever created and why it's becoming America's most expensive military failure. Let me blow your mind with what the LGM-35 Sentinel actually is. This isn't just another missile. It's a technological marvel that can carry up to 10 thermonuclear warheads with a total yield of 475 kilotons. The specifications are absolutely insane. 18 to 21 meters long, 36 to 38 tons, powered by 3-stage solid-fuel motors that can propel it at Mach 20 speeds. That's 7 kilometers per second in the terminal phase. A single Sentinel missile can engage 10 different targets simultaneously across a 13,000-kilometer range. It uses spy satellite data and GPS for continuous flight correction, making it virtually unstoppable once launched. The U.S. plans to build 625 units, with 400 active in silos, and these weapons are expected to remain America's nuclear backbone until 2070. This is the foundation of America's land-based nuclear capability for the next 50 years. But here's what makes this terrifying. The Sentinel is replacing 50-year-old Minuteman III missiles that have been the backbone of American nuclear deterrence since the 1960s. While Russia has the most nuclear warheads and China is rapidly expanding, America's true strength lies in its nuclear triad delivery system. With 5,277 nuclear warheads, the U.S. ranks second globally, but their delivery capability is unmatched. The air component features strategic bombers like the B-2, B-52, and the incoming B-21 Raider that can strike anywhere on Earth. The sea component dominates with nuclear submarines equipped with Trident II missiles being modernized to serve until the 2070s. But the land component, 400 Minuteman III missiles in Midwest silos, is where the Sentinel comes in. These silo-based ICBMs provide the most reliable, always-ready nuclear strike capability. The beauty of solid-fuel rockets like Sentinel is instant readiness. Unlike liquid-fuel missiles that need dangerous fueling procedures taking precious time, solid-fuel missiles are always ready to launch within minutes of receiving orders. This triad system means America can launch nuclear strikes from land, sea, and air simultaneously, making it virtually impossible for any enemy to prevent nuclear retaliation. But here's where this story becomes a cautionary tale of epic proportions. What started as a $77 billion project has exploded into a $140 billion nightmare that's embarrassing the entire Pentagon. The Sentinel project began in 2016 when Northrop Grumman won a 50-year contract initially worth $262 billion total. First flight tests were supposed to happen in 2023, with deployments starting in 2029. Instead, test flights are delayed until 2026, and costs per missile have skyrocketed from $118 million to over $170 million. The project is now under intense congressional scrutiny as one of the most expensive military failures in history. Here's the insane part. The problem isn't the missile technology, it's the silos. The existing Minuteman facilities were built in the 1950s and 1960s with analog systems that simply can't handle modern digital weapons. Modernizing these ancient silos is so expensive that building entirely new facilities might actually be cheaper. America is essentially trying to fit 21st century nuclear weapons into 1960s infrastructure. But here's the controversy that's dividing military experts. Critics argue that silo-based nuclear weapons are completely obsolete in the 21st century. While Russia, China, and North Korea have moved to mobile launch platforms, America is spending hundreds of billions on fixed, easily detectable silos. Mobile nuclear launchers can hide anywhere, move constantly, and are virtually impossible to target in a first strike. Fixed silos, no matter how hardened, are sitting ducks that enemies can locate and target with precision. Military opponents ask why America is doubling down on 1960s-era strategy when peer competitors have adapted to modern warfare. Is the Sentinel program just throwing good money after bad? Despite the criticism, the Air Force, Army, and current administration remain committed to completing the project. They argue that silo-based missiles provide guaranteed second strike capability that mobile systems can't match. If you liked the video, don't forget to press the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So here's the bottom line. America is building the most powerful nuclear weapon in history that can literally erase countries, but the project has become a $140 billion disaster plagued by cost overruns, delays, and strategic questions. The Sentinel represents the ultimate expression of nuclear technology, but it might be the last generation of silo-based nuclear weapons if critics are right about mobile platforms being the future. Whether this project succeeds or becomes a cautionary tale about military procurement, one thing is certain: the Sentinel missile will reshape global nuclear deterrence for the next 50 years. What do you think? Should America stick with proven silo-based missiles or pivot to mobile nuclear platforms like its competitors? The comments section is going to be intense. Next week, I'm diving into China's secret nuclear expansion and why their mobile missile strategy might be superior. You won't want to miss it. The nuclear arms race just entered a new phase, and the stakes have never been higher.